Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Riot. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So I'm doing a little car chat with you because I just got out of the My Chemical Romance concert night 2 at Dodger Stadium, and I have a lot of thoughts and I have a lot of opinions. Let's start with My Chemical Romance. Okay, first and foremost, I need to let everyone know I grew up listening to My Chemical Romance. Okay, I was 13, if I've done my math correctly, when Danger Days came out, and I love Danger Days. No. Sing, Planetary Go, Summertime. I do a lot for Danger Days era. Gerard Way, and God bless him. God bless. I love Gerard Way. That red hair was doing something. Okay, I need everyone to know that I got my My Chemical Romance t-shirt from Hot Topic, and it was the like paneled one that were like the main colors are like red, blue, green, yellow, and then all of the squad with all their coordinating colors, and like their like action poses, like a comic book grid style, kind of like a comic book strip style. Yeah. And I wore that shirt a lot and into high school too. Me and that shirt go back. I think I honestly gave it away, but if I find it by a miracle, oh, I'm so back. But so I'm still like, I need to wrap my mind around that, because this album is not even the album, the show. They played the entire album of Black Parade in its entirety, and I absolutely, it like there were points of the show that I was just like, this is crazy theatrical. Like, this is amazing. Like, and then at one point Gerard was talking in like a Russian accent, then he forgot about it. Then he started talking in like a British I love him. I love Gerard. It was so good. Like, I had not expected anything because I came in totally blind. I did get the tickets kind of last minute. First off, I tried to get tickets for night 1 when it was just night 1 at Dodger Stadium. Okay? And I was like, I need to go. Like, I've seen Fall Out Boy, I've seen Paramore. I'm probably not going to see Panic because I missed my opportunity. Who knows? Maybe they'll kiss and make up. But I need to see My Chemical Romance, because there was a point in my life where I thought I would never see My Chemical Romance. I need you to understand that. Like, I thought I would never see My Chemical Romance live and in person, and I was like, I need to see them, like, at the next time. Like, I need to. So I tried my best to get tickets to night 1, but night 1 sold out like crazy fast. I wasn't able to get tickets, and then people were scalping them for like thousands of dollars, and I was like, I love my boys. Okay, I love My Chemical Romance just like the next goth baddie, okay? However, I also love financial stability just as much. So I was like, absolutely not. So then someone was like, hey, I have tickets tonight too, like, da-da-da. I said, there's a night 2? When did this happen? And I think because night 2 happened and nobody really kind of knew about it, because there were other people who were like My Chem fans and it just went under the radar, that I know, and it just didn't happen. And I was like, what do you mean there's night 2? And then I went, and tickets were like $60 for pretty good seats. And then I spent a little bit more. I did the floor seats. I wish I had done, in retrospect, I wish I would have done like slightly elevated seats, because they had 2 stages. They had the main stage where part 1 where they did the whole like MCR thing with like the propagandas, the dictatorship stuff, right? And then they had the like circle stage in the front. Well, they did stuff during the first part too, but they did the entirety of the second part on that stage, and I couldn't really see anything from there. Like, I'll insert some clips in here. They'll be muted because copyright. Warner Music, I'm watching you, trying to mute. I'm not even playing the copyrighted material. I'm doing a live concert. Like, it's public at that point. Like, what do you mean? It's so weird. Why are you trying to copyright me? Weenies. That's why my last video, okay, like 2 years ago, alright, the sleeve token shit is muted, is because RCA was trying to copyright me. I don't get that. Anyways, that's a tangent for a different day. This is for now. but basically I was just like, okay, wow. Like outside of that, I really couldn't see, but they had big monitors, so I watched most of the second part through the monitors. It was so good. It was so good. Oh my god. I've never seen like a band do like the whole like world building. Like it was so good. They used like the stadium like has like where they put like the scoreboard stuff on it, like this like weird shape. It's not a rectangle, it's like a diamond, but like weirdly stretched. Anyways, it's very retro themed in that stadium, by the way. And it was just like world building. Like they had dude taking notes the entire time. It was so good. And like seeing and hearing a stadium full of people singing every word of like I'm not okay and mama and teenagers and welcome and welcome to the Black Parade, like it made me feel like more of something, especially when they did that thing where you cut out paper and like you put it over your camera flash or your flashlight and it illuminates a color. They did that for I Don't Love You, and I looked around and I have clips of that, so I'll insert that as well. Insert clip. And it just was so beautiful, and I've never, wow, it just made me feel bigger than something. I've never been in a stadium where everyone's like yelling the words, like they feel it. It's part, like they're in it, like, you know what I mean? I've never been to something like that. It was so good. They had pyro, okay, during Mama. They brought up the pyro. I was like, okay, big budget, okay, stadium shows. It was amazing. It was just so like, oh my god. I gobsmacked, astounded. And as someone who wants to start really focusing on doing that herself, it was just a reminder, like, I want to do that. I need to meet and be the right person to do that. Like, I'm gonna do that. I'm putting it in the universe. This is gonna be me 10 years max. And not like all of a sudden, like, it's gonna be slow success, but like 10 max, I'll be here. I'll be here doing this thing. And yeah, it'll be fucking awesome. I can't wait. My skin's also gonna be just as clear and elastic as it is today. Put that in the universe too. But I absolutely was just like, wow, because there was a point where I never thought I'd see them. They had broken up, and I was like, my mom didn't let me go to the farewell tour or anything like that, so I was just like heartbroken. And now I'm, you know, a grown woman, and I was like, I'm going. And I'm glad I did. It was worth every penny I paid. Outside of the $60 general admission parking here at Dodger Stadium. The hell is that? What is with these fucking parking things? It's some bullshit, dog. It's so annoying. So annoying. But whatever. That's beside the point. Money comes back easily, so I don't worry about it. But didn't like spending it in the meantime. Could have bought another shirt. But yes, so there were some, the stadium was really cool and very nice, and I liked the way it was set up. I thought there was a lot of food options here at Dodger Stadium. However, okay, I didn't really vibe with the staff. I found them kind of douchey a little bit, if I'm gonna be completely honest. There were several awesome people that work here. Like, they were super kind, super nice. Like, a couple of chill, like, the younger ones were all chill. Like, they're like, yeah, over there, yeah, no, actually, if you go this way, it's a little bit faster, you know, really, really chill. So I appreciated and loved that. And I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, awesome. But then there was a lot of staff that didn't know anything, and it was weird. But I guess I'll start with the positives. Let me keep with the positives of this. The merch staff outside for the early merch sales were really chill. They were trying their hardest with the situation that they had in front of them. The readers for like the payments were overheating because it was so hot. And they kept leaving them in the sun instead of putting them in the shade. So they were like cooking and the internals were getting too hot, so they weren't working really well. So that was really slowing down the lines, and I think that that's something that you maybe should take into consideration, is just making sure that they have like fans or something on them. But they don't always do concerts like this during the summer, so they do concerts during the summer, so I guess this would be good input going further. But they were trying their best, although some of the merch people didn't have any hustle in their bustle. And that's the thing, I've been to a lot of concerts and a lot of concert venues that let the actual bands have merch teams. They're in and out. You're in and out, baby. They don't got time to waste. But a lot of places where the venue does the merch sales, the service is kind of crappy, I'm not gonna lie. This was one of those times where it was like, it's not completely their fault, because in addition to the overheating of like the things, the staff, people weren't going up knowing what they wanted. Like, you've been in line for 2 hours, dog. Please know what you want. Like, know what you want, and da-da-da. And have a second backup in case they don't have what you want. Because they might not have the size you need. Because they ran out of extra larges of a bunch of stuff and the larges of stuff. They were taking down the displays. Like, my jacket, it was a display jacket. You know what I mean? And I was like, just give it to me. It's not my preferred size, but it's a size that I can wear and I can close. Like, it's cool. And if all goes well, it'll fit like a glove soon. It'll fit better. I mean, it does fit me good, but yeah. But then right before I left, I was having a hard time. Oh, this was the thing. Their staff really didn't know where anything was. Like, I asked several times security, like, where to find this. And at one point, I needed to go connect with my friends, and they sent me, like, where they were. And I asked, like, hey, where is this? They sent me a picture, and I said, where is this? And the staff sent me to the other side of the stadium when I needed to go to the other side of the stadium. So they sent me all the way to the left when I need to go all the way to the right, and that's also where my seats were. So I was just like, and there were several stuff that just didn't know things, and I was like, are you guys, like, is this all just like a lot of new people? Like, I'm a little confused as to what this situation is. Like, your security, you should probably know where things are because you're supposed to secure it. However, whatever. But I go to leave right now, and I'm trying to find the big bobbleheads because that's where I came in, and I was one gate over from the bobbleheads. I remembered that. I'm not directionally challenged. I know pretty well, but I was a little disoriented because I came out of a weird way, and I was like, I don't really know where I'm at. So I'm trying to go back. I found the bobblehead. I'm trying to go back to the gate that I had, and I'm trying to walk through, and there's like a little opening, and there's a bunch of like security guards standing like nearby the opening, but they're not like in the opening. So I'm like, okay, and I see like a huge line of people, so I'm like, oh, they're probably either in the merch line or they're trying to get out. I was like, oh, I need to go over there. So I start walking through there, and the one dude, he's like, hey, ma'am! And I was like, the fuck? Okay, like, okay. And then another dude starts walking towards me. He must have been like a little bit senior because he had a different outfit. He had like a button-up shirt. And he was like, ma'am, where are you going? With attitude. And I was like, I literally straight up was like, I'm trying to leave through the gate that I came in. And they were like, you can leave right there through a different gate. And I was like, I don't know where I am if I go through that gate. I'm retracing my steps. Like, ugh. And it pissed me off. And then they had the audacity to like snicker, and I turned around because I'm grown and I don't like that kind of shit. And I said, why are you laughing? Don't laugh, especially him. Like, be professional. Like, I can't stand that kind of thing. Like, first off, okay, cool, you're gonna laugh at me because I said to stop being so aggressive because you think you're not being aggressive, but you are. And that aggressiveness is through the entire, like, everyone on this closing team is yelling. Like, everyone's just yelling. The car people, like, when they're trying to tell you what to do, they're yelling at everybody. And I know it's a little bit loud, but you don't have to yell. Like, you can speak loudly and enunciate. There's a difference between speaking loud and yelling. They're just yelling. I'm not a fan of that. So that's my grief with, but that's Dodger Stadium. That has nothing to do with My Chemical Romance. All of their team, when you bumped into them, they're wearing their little jumpsuits with like the sickle and like the little, like, it was very themed and I loved it. That was really good. So No, My Chemical Romance. This is one of the honestly, this is one of the best concerts I've been to in a long time. And I go to a lot of concerts. But I'll insert some clips throughout. It'll be perfect and super excited. And yeah, so I will insert some clips. Now they'll be muted. And if I can manage to hum a little sun in a good way, maybe I might add a little that. Probably not. You probably don't want that. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. It might just be muted with some like generic iMovie music or something. But yeah, thanks for tuning into my channel, guys. I hope to be back here with a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing with this channel because I am trying to make music happen and I'm trying to start getting back into acting, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the project. I might just keep doing these little car chats because I feel like I get a lot off my chest. I think they're kind of fun, and I think you get to know me, and I might not get, well, I hope to get to know you. But don't forget to start a riot. I hope to see you soon. Do something kind for someone else and stay cool.